There are three pieces of information that we need in order to rotate an object. We need to know which direction the object will turn in. We need to know where the center of that rotation is, and we need to know the number of degrees of the rotation. Let's make a note of those now. Okay, here we have an object, and we're going to transform that object using rotation to a new position somewhere on this grid. Now the object doesn't change size, the position changes. Let's take the origin as our center of rotation for the first example, and we'll rotate this shape 180 degrees. So we've got the direction of rotation. It doesn't matter where we go, whether we go clockwise or anti-clockwise. 180 degree turn will end up in the same position. Our center of rotation will be the origin, and the number of degrees will be 180. Tracing paper is fantastic for this, and the way that I use it is by covering up the object and then tracing it. You don't have to use a ruler for this. Find the center of the rotation. In this case we're going for the origin, and then put an arrow to show which way is up. Then you get your pencil or pen, put it at the center of rotation, and then rotate it until the arrow's gone the required degrees. So I'm going anti-clockwise here, and there, that point there, the arrow is now facing downwards, so it's done a 180 degree turn. So this object, after a rotation of 180 degrees, is in this position here. Let's do it again, but this time we'll go clockwise just to show you it's the same. So I've still got that arrow there, still going from the origin 0, 0, and a clockwise 180 degree turn to get the arrow facing down gives the object in its new position exactly the same as going anti-clockwise. So let's draw this in the new position. Now in any transformation, the shape you start off with is called the object, and the shape you finish with is called the image. Let's do another one. This time we'll still use our tracing paper to get this. Just grab that, here it is. But instead of going from the origin like we did a moment ago, let's choose a different point. And we'll try 1, 1 this time. So our center of rotation is now at 1, 1. And if we draw an arrow facing upwards, we can then track that arrow as we rotate the object. And we'll go for a 90 degrees anti-clockwise. So watching the arrow there it is in the new position here. And I can see that it's gone 90 degrees because the arrow is now facing from upright to the horizontal. So that is 90 degrees, or a 90 degree turn. If I wanted to go clockwise from that point, I go in this direction and a 90 degree turn, we'll put it there because it's gone from vertical to the horizontal. So the image of this object after a 90 degree clockwise turn would be in this position. Let's draw that one in. Let's do one more using the same piece of tracing paper. And this time I'll have a center of rotation at, let's go -1, 1. So here, and again I'll draw a vertical arrow to show me which way is up. And we'll go anti-clockwise this time, 90 degrees. So it's vertical there, so I want to keep turning it until it's got to the horizontal. I must have my point just off there because it's going to be there, isn't it? Let's just check that. It's gone from there, turn it, there it is. I'm going to redraw this shape in this position. Now we have one object and 3 images, each produced by a rotation. But can you remember how we get from this object to each of these images? Well, let's get a fresh piece of tracing paper and see if we can do it. So we're going to trace the object, just like we did previously. And this time, we're going to try and describe the transformation that gets from the object to each of these. Now this was the first one. So we'll try different points. Let's try this one here and turn it and see if we can get to that position there. No. So it's not 0, 1. Let's try another one. Let's try 0, 0. Rotate that. There we go. It's on there. So to describe fully this transformation, this one down here, we need to say it's a rotation of 180 degrees about the origin, or we could say 0, 0. And that's the first one there. So if we call our original shape A, and then we'll call this image B. So to get to B, we need a rotation of 180 degrees about 0, 0. Let's try another one. How do we get from this shape, our object, to this shape? And we'll call that one C. So again, we traced our object, and then shall we try here? Rotate that. Oh, it's not quite low enough. How about here? No, too far to the right. How about here? And there it is. It's a rotation about the point 1, 1, and it's a 90-degree rotation. So to get to C, it's a rotation of 90 degrees. And which way is it this time? We've got to go clockwise. And that is about the point 1, 1. Okay, let's try D. So we'll call this one up here D. So how do we get from the object A to the image D? Well, again, let's grab the tracing paper. We've traced our object, and we'll try different positions. So let's try here, -1, 0. Oh, no, not quite. So we just try another one. Let's try 0, 0 going that way. No. Bit higher than that, maybe here. And there it is. It's a 90-degree anti-clockwise turn about the point -1, 1. So let's write that down as well. So to get from object A to image D, it's a rotation of 90 degrees, and this time we're saying it's anti-clockwise about the point -1, 1.